This is the RNAV.
3-3.
3-3 at
Shreveport.
Shreveport, thank you. And we're inside the initial approach fix, about to make the turn at Cobav.
Vertical track.
Not been cleared for the approach? Yes, we have been cleared for the approach.
It's RNAV 3-2.
Yeah. And so once we cross, you need to have your flight plan here so you can see altitudes. 2400 to Cobav. If we're cleared for the approach, we should go down to 24.
Okay. So we've crossed.
Always fly the minimum altitude. BS flick. Yep. And now, inside of Cobav, it's 19.
Okay.
So as soon as we get in the turn, we're going to want to set that minimum altitude.
Right.
Got a little bumpy down low, not too bad. It's a VFR day, but we're flying the approach for practice. And I have the 60-40 split here. I like the chart there. Captain Blake likes his chart over there. And without any serious weather, we use the full map here. If there were rain showers, thunderstorms, anything like that, we'd split that map, put NEXRAD on one side and radar on the other. That's a 50-50 split when you do that. We also have these maps set up two different ways, which I kind of like. We can get rid of the number 1 banner. We can put the number 2 banner in here. Okay. And get a half picture, and then go full on the number 2 and get the numbers in the middle here, so we don't have two places to put it there if we want. Okay. Down to 19 on the way to Vikia, which is the final approach fix.
Go inbound RNAV 3-2.
2-8 Whiskey Echo Shreveport Tower, runway 32, cleared to land, wind 320 at 11, gust 16.
Clear to land, runway 32, 2-8 Whiskey Echo.
I'd pretty much right down the runway, a little bumpy because the winds are above 15 knots. That's okay.
All right, we've got landing light on.
All right, so pumps, igniters, manual. HOTS is required.
HOTS is required.
Lights with the landing light on with the clearance to land. And then when we get to that glide path, we'll go with gear, not your flaps.
Roger.
I'm surprised it's this bumpy down here. It was so smooth up high. We had lots of wind today. At 120 knots on the nose coming in here. All right, now speed is, the power is set to 550, and that's about where we like it. In order to get 130 knots in clean, level flight, which on a bumpy day is a nice thing to do because it's kind of a target for VA and ice penetration speed. The glide is alive. In this case, we're about 10 knots fast, so consider gear and flaps early. Right now, for example. Yep. And now power to 450 or slightly less. Don't fiddle. Good. Path markers on the threshold, that's where we like it. Airspeed settling into the white arc. We're going to give it a minute. And truth be told, with all this bouncing around, we may not want full flaps. I'll let you weigh in on that.
That is the way I was trained in the other aircraft, but
Well, let's see how it
either
is when we get down there. We don't have to commit to the flaps yet.
Roger.
Hey, good afternoon, Tower Blue Sheet 5262 with you for the visual 32.
Blue Sheet 5262, Shreveport Tower, good afternoon, runway 32, clear to land, and the winds are 31015.
32, clear to land, 5262.
As you get close to the decision about whether you want more flaps or not, consider taking off go for 5 pounds of torque. I know that's ridiculous, but we're just hanging slightly above the white arc, and we need the white arc in order to consider flaps. All right, let's try it. Let's try it.
There.
Autopilot should be off now, and you're going to control to some extent with pitch. But now look here, you got your flap speed. So if you want the flaps, and I believe you should use them, but you decide. Okay. Now be really careful not to wiggle the power, because you're right where you want to be on airspeed.
Okay.
Right around 100 knots. Now push it up a little, you're going low on speed. Make the airspeed 100 knots. Do that promptly without jerkiness or roughness. Push it up. Push the power up. Get it scrolling back up to 100 knots.
Okay. Tower Blue Sheet 5262 here. Do you
That's
mind
it.
if you roll
Good.
all the way out?
Very nice. We have plenty of time to slow down. No need to slow down way out here.
Okay.
When that happens, go right after it. Go right after that 100.
Get on center line over here.
100 knots, please. Spend more time looking at that.
Roger.
Or push the power up and then look so we don't get slow.
There we are. We're at around 100 knots.
All right, we have 3 green, runway appears clear. Have a clearance to land, landing light is on. Recommend we continue. All right, now as you lower that nose for the threshold, squeeze power waste so you get your 90 knots over the numbers. We go for 95 today, it's a little bumpy. So you see it's going to be right rudder. Can you see that?
Yep.
And left aileron. Come on now. That's it. Right there, hold it off. Right there, right there. Sweet. And I gave you some right rudder, but that's all I did.
Okay.
Back pressure, brakes, and beta, all 3. I know we're going all the way down, but we're also training today. Okay, nice job. Challenging little wind there.
Alpha 1 to Charlie.
Welcome to Shreveport. Dick Rochfort, fly safely. Train often.